Hey, we're live. Hey, good evening. This is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Got my glasses. Look, yeah, my glasses are just totally distraught. Hope you're doing well, and YouTube is doing some funky things. It just broadcast out. We're live. I can hear it on the little thingy. See? So if you ring the little bell, you get notices when we go live. This is our 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. As you can tell, it's not 5 a.m. in the morning, but the miracle of YouTube, you can watch our show anytime you want. Some people say, I don't get up at 5 a.m. That's okay. It's recorded, so you can see it, even though we're live. More live, easier for me and how I load the software up than it is about being live, but it doesn't hurt. This is our 410th episode. And we talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical way. So you can get value to the customer, get home to the family and friends, have some fun, not working hopefully working 40 hours, but not working like 60, 80 hours a week. And how do you do that, you might ask? Well, we use Agile and Scrum to work effectively and lean, right? That's what we do. And we try to have some fun on the show, and I do this almost every day. There's a couple of days I took off this year, and I think one last year because I just didn't have an internet connection. And kind of the same applies to this, but every day I'm here. If I have internet connection, I do a show. That's what we do. Just posted up earlier today the premiere for our little video montage on YouTube for the Rocket Sprint number 1. I have to figure out what we're going to do for Sprint number 2. Haven't figured that out yet, but Sprint number 1's out there. And apologize for anybody yesterday. I said, hey, we're going to release it, in an hour or two. Actually, I accidentally set it up to come out today instead of yesterday. So it came out today and just left it go. What are we going to talk about today? 2 things. Keep it short because it is late. I want to talk about commitment by the PO. I'm going to talk a little twist of commitment. I might have talked about this before, but everybody's talking about commitment from the teams, but I want to talk about commitment from the business. So there's a little different angle I want to talk about. And then I was on a website today. I don't know if I should mention the name, but they lost the log on their website. We'll talk about that. And then we'll go from there. So commitment. Everybody talks about team committing to a amount of stories in a sprint or what they're going to do, what work they're going to do, and all that. But there's a different commitment, too. There's a commitment from the PO. I may have talked about this in the past. I have to look at one of my episodes. I really do need to break down some smaller micro content in different areas for product owners and things like that. But, there's a commitment that should be made by the product owner in the business not to change the sprint backlog, right? There's a lot of people out there that say, well, it's Agile and you can do what Agile says. And it's like, no, it's not. People who say that are naive and, quite frankly, pretty idiotic because it's a waste of time and money. Myself as a program manager spending millions of dollars on stuff. Every time someone restarts something, I just see the dollar signs just freaking kick off my brain, and it just pisses me the F off. Sorry about that. That's why I use that word. I hear so many organizations that are supposed to be financial and knowledge, but yet they redo stuff and waste money all the time. And my financial analysis side of me that I got my certification in and my master's in management just irks the crap out of me when people restart stuff. Sorry about that. Maybe I'm saying too much, but like, oh, we'll just restart. Oh, we'll just change the backlog. You just spent all this time and money for 2 weeks. That we can't survive for 2 weeks and then the next week change it. The change you want is going to cost us tens of thousands of dollars, right? That you're missing out on. Is that what you're telling me? Right? Things broke. Why did they break? Because we didn't do it right in the first place. Well, why didn't we do it right in the first place? Because we didn't think about what we really wanted. Maybe I just went on a rant. I apologize if I did, but I see it so many times. But there is a commitment on the product owner business to maintain the sprint backlog. Don't change it all the time. So we get the team to commit to a backlog, But then some product owners and some leaders, some managers want to change that backlog for the sprint. So is it fair to ask the team to commit to a backlog while the business and the managers will not commit to the backlog? Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? You tell me. Anyway, I know a lot of teams will let that go because their bosses or whatever want them to change, and they'll just do it. But then is it really saving money for the corporate? As a consultant, sometimes when I come in, is he really saving money for the company? Are we just making up for stuff? Are we really inefficient? We're wasting money. So those are the kind of things I think about, wasting money when we do Agile and Scrum. I love Agile and Scrum because it's very efficient with money expenditures, right? Quite frankly, it's not about the most effective use of people's time. It's not about utilization. It's about spending time and delivering work and concentrating and be focused on it and be done with it and not circle stuff around. Because when I was a kid, my 18s and 20s, I worked in machine shops. What do we have to do in a machine shop? We had to set up the machine, run the parts, take the machine down, change it for the next thing they were going to do, and set it up and change it. That setup time and tear down time isn't making product. It's just spending money. Every machine shop, every machinist, every tool maker, every production person, whoever existed, knows that setup time and strip down time are the killers of profit. Just saying. So go work in a machine shop. If you don't believe me, go work with an old man or woman working in a machine shop. Been guys and girls working in a machine shop for generations. They'll tell you. It says, yeah, that doesn't make us any money. We're going to make money when they put a product in the customer's hands. So people are going to say, what does it mean? It's the same thing when I was 18 learning this, right? 18. Not as old as I am or the people I work with, but work in a machine shop to learn about the teardown. So that's my thing. POs, you commit to keeping the sprint product backlog together and don't change it. That is your commitment as part of being part of a member of the team, as well as a team committing to the thing. There's a two-sided coin on this commitment. One off balance the other, it falls, right? You have to keep it balanced all the time or the coin falls one way or the another. So that's what I wanted to talk about, commitment. I may have talked about that before, but it's what's something I wanted to bring up with. Trying to figure out the lighting here. It's like dark. Don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's my glasses. Anyway, so that's commitment. Now the other thing, I just had to laugh today. You know, as someone working in IT for many years or usually making software for many years, building product, all that kind of stuff. There's a classic today. So I go on an unknown, let's just say, telecommunications company that may or may not start with a V. So I go on the site. I'm going to pay my bill. Okay, I log on the site. Do you know what was missing on the site in the front page? The sign-on button, so I could sign on and give them money. I just laughed. And people wonder why you didn't do automated tests. You know, a real simple automated test would be, please locate the sign-on URL so people can sign on to the system to give us their money. We gave them a product, we want our money, and a lot of times they want the money in advance of actually getting the product, like in advance. So, you know, they want their money. And I'm like, yeah, guys screwed up the software on your site because they did a revamp. And it used to be at the top, right? You know, and it's just sit there, you just sign in, you log in, make payment, blah, 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 make payment. And they got rid of the sign-on. Actually, I found it. I had to go all the way down to the bottom of the page. I think I had to click on something else to get to the place where I could actually sign into the website to pay them money. Yeah, you think they screwed that software up. And that was in production, right? Now, here's another kicker, right? So first of all, I couldn't find it. Then I log in. I pay my bill. I'm looking to log off. Guess what was missing? The log out button. I just gotta laugh at this stuff. People talk about quality issues and little tiny things. I'm like, yeah, I forgot I mean, what's really funny. How many times do you go to a company and they say, I couldn't log in, or I couldn't log out, or I couldn't get into the system? It's not even that where it just didn't work. They didn't even show the sucker. And they didn't even show the log out function. Oh, boy. And no one looked. Nope. I don't know if it was automated tested or not, or someone forgot to do the little automated function, look for a sign in and log out button somewhere on the screen. Or maybe it was manual and no one ever realized it was missing. But yeah, it was there last month. Worked fine last month. Someone did an update. It ain't there no more. I did give them feedback because they gave the feedback button. Whether or not they're paying attention to it, it'd be interesting. I should try logging on after the show to see if they fixed that. But yeah, they eliminated the login button. So that was my story of the day. Some crappy software that I saw put out in the world. But just I had to say it because it was so obvious that I'm perplexed. Either someone physically manually didn't see it, or they didn't write an automated test for, is there ability for our customer to log on to the website so we can get their money? I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Sorry I'm laughing. Maybe it's late. All right. Well, I will go. Those are my 2 points. Maybe it's a plug for automation test and maybe looking at the customer and basic stuff. Everybody wants to make fancy stuff, and sometimes I'm just like, can we get on the system? Please give us a thumbs up if you like our show. And if I made you laugh, then ring the little bell so you get notification when we do the next episode so I can make you laugh. So you can just chuckle with me on what we see out there in the software world and the product world. All right. Thumbs up. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to get up early because kids are actually going to school. They have a 7 o'clock pickup. So I got to start really getting in the 5 a.m. back to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum hour because the kids actually got to go to school. I got to get up and get them on the bus. So you all have a good evening. Hope your kids if you got kids, that their school's going well and they have fun and they learn something. All right. Take care. Bye. Have a great day. See ya.